Hi, friends. Welcome. Happy full moon. I have everything I need. Welcome. So, as we are settling in for this full moon, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Chris. If you don't know me, if you know me, hello, welcome back. I'm glad you're all here today. We will need a couple of blocks, a couple of blankets, and if you have a couple of pillows or if you happen to have a bolster at home, now would be a time to grab all of those things. Take a moment, find your cozy corner, get settled in. I'm going to grab my props. So I have them. I have my 2 blocks. I have a blanket. I have a couple blankets, but I'll grab the rest of those in a little bit. So we'll wait just another moment as people keep joining us. I see more and more people are joining us. If you're here, leave a comment. I am streaming on 2 platforms right now on StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard to go live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And so if you want to leave a comment, let me know you're here. I will check it all out when I'm done recording. And I'm just glad that you're here to practice with me tonight. So again, if you're just joining, grab a couple blocks, grab a blanket or 2, grab some pillows, excuse me, get nice and comfortable. Settle in. Make sure you're in a space that will be cozy and undisturbed. And in a moment, we'll start our full moon practice. I was thinking maybe I'd draw a card this evening since we are all here together to set that intention. I will grab my cards. Hold on. Hi, Monica. I'm glad you're here. All right. So tonight we're going to use messages from the light deck. I'm far away from my camera. I'm not sure if you can see that. And we will shuffle. My cards are all mixed up already. Oh, look at that. They all want to jump out of the deck tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we draw for our full moon card this evening. Wolf moon. Perfect. Journey. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take a picture of it and share it in the comments or with Facebook, with YouTube. So the card we drew tonight is Journey, and how perfect as we begin this journey into the new moon, or to the full moon, the new year. So tonight is the wolf moon, and we just passed the peak of our full moon. It happened at 6:08 Eastern time in this evening, and this moon is the first moon of the new year of 2023, and it is all about emotions. I don't know if you felt it, but I have felt this one today. I saw a couple friends this morning and I asked, so can you feel it? And they were like, yeah, I can feel it happen and I can feel it coming. So maybe you feel it as well. This moon is in Cancer, and so Cancer is all about expression of emotions and deep feelings and emotions and relationships, family, home, nesting, things like that. And so with this full moon, we are having big emotions. It often invites us to have big emotions. And whether it is having a good old cry or raging or dancing wildly around your house, screaming out music, blasting it at the top of your lungs, whatever the case may be, just letting those big emotions happen and letting them come out. And honoring those. Emotions are our truth. Emotions are our expression of our truth. And when we clamp down on them, we stifle our truth. And so the more we can let those emotions out, the more our truth comes out. And this moon is giving us permission to really just let that expression happen and let those emotions come out. Better out than in, is sometimes what I say. And the universe right now is supporting us through this full moon, our ability to express ourselves and to release these emotions. Often these emotions are tied to past wrongs, to past situations, or I don't ever have the words to explain this part, but just past wrongs or past dissonances that we have had with other people or with ourselves even. And those emotions come up again and again and again. And this moon gives us the opportunity to close the chapter, express those emotions one last time, and then move on from here. With this being the first full moon of the year, this is the beginning of the next journey. And so we have to release, we have to clear out, we have to let go of all of that baggage in order to start that next journey. So that's what this moon is all about. There are lots of things going on as well. It's squared with Chiron. It is, we are in a Mercury retrograde and I believe a Mars retrograde. There is a lot happening. You can find stuff to read about with that. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Tonight, our practice is going to be fluid. It's going to be flowy. It's going to focus on the heart and the hips to really get things going, to get our emotions expressed, to release. If you've done yoga with me, you know that often I say that our emotions are held in our hips. Our body has memories and emotions, and we store a lot of deep-seated emotions in our hips and in the back of our heart space. And so tonight we'll be finding that fluidity of that moon, that watery moon that is the Cancer moon, and releasing those emotions by opening the hips and opening into that heart space. And then at the end, we'll finish with just a beautifully restorative posture, because the universe is supporting us in this journey. And so that time will give us an opportunity to really process, to release, and to really absolutely let go of anything we're ready to expel and express. So let's get started. If you're just joining me now, if on the live, then go ahead and make sure you have a couple of blocks. You have some blankets. You will need more than one. Towels work just as well. You will probably want to grab some pillows, or if you have a bolster, a yoga bolster, that would be great to have for the end of what we're going to do. So once you have all of those props are our friends, I always say, go ahead and settle in. And we'll start in an easy seated pose. And just let the eyes close or the gaze soften. And step into our practice, step into our awareness. Know that I am grateful that each of you are here, whether you're on the live or the replay. And this is a time to release, a time to form new relationships and new connections. And we do that through practice, through community, communion, connection. And start to deepen the breath. Let it take longer. And maybe bring the inhales and exhales to balance. Notice what you're aware of in this moment. Notice what you're feeling. Today is about emotions and feelings. And so just connect with that subtle energy within us, or not so subtle. Mine is not so subtle today, I won't lie. I have the big emotions today. And that's okay. That's what today is about. We have to have the big emotions to let them out, to express them, to connect and understand with them. And then as we begin to move, our eyes can remain closed and we just start to make circles with our head. Slow and steady. If it hurts or pinches, don't do it. And only go as big as feels comfortable. So maybe we just do half circles. Slow and steady with the breath. This is not a race. Just a few more times in this direction. We're taking our time tonight, really giving ourselves a lot of space to feel into these postures, into these movements. Good. And now we bring the head back to neutral. Take a moment and breathe here. And now we get to go the other way with our head. So if you don't know what that means, if you don't know which way is the other way, just don't think about it and start moving. And then go the opposite direction. So switch it once you start. Again, we're moving slowly, mindfully, gently. Feeling every part of this movement. Keep the breath moving. One or two more times around. When that feels complete, we just bring our head to neutral, shoulders out of the ears. Take a moment and notice, how is that feeling? And as we feel ready, let's move on to all fours, hands and knees. Feel free to pad up the knees if we need to. And as we're in all fours, we'll walk our hands a little bit forward. We want to draw our belly in, and we just start to make circles with the body. So tonight we're really focusing on the hips and the heart. So really let those hips get involved. I don't know if you can hear, but my floor is squeaky. Slow and steady, following the breath. Good, and now we go the opposite direction. Really getting the hips involved here. And then coming back to center, take the knees nice and wide, settle into a child's pose just for a moment. Hips coming back to the heels, forehead towards the earth. And if child's pose doesn't feel good in your body, we can just find easy seated pose again. Maybe the legs come straight out or they come into a straddle. But just take a few breaths in whatever resting posture feels best to you. Good. Gently come back up to all fours. Option to stay in all fours, or tonight, maybe we tuck our toes and lift our hips to that downward facing dog. Wherever we are, take a moment and move around. And then as we're ready, we'll bring our right foot forward between the hands. The back knee comes down to the mat. We can put a blanket under there. We can always take blocks underneath our hands. Sink the hips. Inhale the arms overhead. Good. Maybe the fingers interlace. Maybe they stay at shoulder height. Let the hips draw towards that front foot. Let the shoulders drop down and lift the heart. Make sure we can breathe. Make sure our inner thighs are drawing towards each other for support. Just another breath right here. Good. And then as we exhale, we fold forward, straightening the front leg. Toes lift, hands can be on blocks. Shine the heart forward, roll the tailbone out, half splits. Couple of breaths. And now we get to flow a little bit between these. As we inhale, our hips come forward, our knee bends, our arms lift. As we exhale, we fold forward, straightening that front leg. Bend the knee, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the leg. Find your rhythm. Maybe the hands stay on the ground because we're just wobbly when we lift our hands. Maybe we just like to embrace the wobbles and have a little giggle as we will wobble all the way. Let that emotion come out. One more. Good, and we'll finish in that low lunge, arms reaching overhead. And then our exhale, hands come to the earth and we step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to our plank. Knees can come to the earth for support. Exhale all the way down. Tops of the feet turn to the earth. Inhale, head and shoulders to cobra. We're not pressing into it. Our elbows stay bent and our shoulders are out of the ears. Exhale, fold back down. Again, inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, cobra. And from cobra, we settle back into child's pose. Knees can come wide. Hips come back towards the heels, forehead towards the earth. Take a few breaths. Feel the body right here. And then as we're ready, we'll make our way back to either all fours or downward dog again. Take a moment wherever we are, move around. And then as we're ready, we'll bring the left foot forward between the hands. Back knee comes to the mat. Sink the hips, lift the arms overhead, shoulders out of the ears. Again, find that beautiful front body opener. Make sure the legs are strong and active, supporting by the lift of our pelvic floor and our abdominals. One or two breaths right here. Good, and then as we exhale, we fold forward, straightening the front leg, lift the toes. I like to walk that foot forward just a little bit. Tailbone rolls open, spine is long. Hands can be on blocks. That floor is really far away. Bring it up to meet you. Use those blocks. Couple of breaths. And now we get to begin our flow. So as we inhale, hips come forward, arms reach, heart lifts. Exhale, straighten the leg, fold forward. Inhale, back to the lunge. Maybe the hands stay on the earth. Exhale, straighten the leg, fold. Couple more. Embrace the wobbles. That's part of the fun. Notice how we react to those things that aren't perfect, right? Last one. We'll finish in our lunge. Hips come forward, arms reach overhead. And then we bring our hands to the mat and we step back to that downward dog or all fours. Inhale, roll forward to our plank, knees to the mat. Exhale, all the way down to the earth. Inhale, cobra. We have 3 of these beautiful heart opening back bends. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release down, shoulders stay out of the ears. One more, inhale. And this time we exhale to child's pose. Knees can spread wide. Forehead towards the earth. Find your breath, feel your body. Notice if emotions bubble to the surface through this practice. As we open the hips, sometimes things bubble up. Feelings and emotions surface. Thoughts, stories, connections. Just be an observer and then let them release as you're ready. All right, as we're ready, we'll make our way back to downward dog again. Finding that inverted V. This time our right leg will lift into the air behind us as an option. And then we bring our foot forward between our hands. Plant the back heel and we'll open to warrior 2. Front toes are pointing towards the short end of the mat. Back toes are pointing towards the long end of the mat. We're in heel to heel alignment. Good. On an inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms overhead, get really long and zip everything up to midline. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Keep lifting on that front knee or front thigh. Inhale, straighten the leg. I like to lift my toes sometimes. Exhale, warrior 2. Good, one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior 2. Flip the palms, take a reverse warrior. Stretch out that side body. Gaze can be towards the top hand or back towards the back foot. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, forearm to the thigh. Back arm reaches overhead. Stretch through the other side body. Roll the heart open. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior 2. We're starting to flow. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle stretch. One more like this. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, side angle. We'll meet in warrior 2. Thumbs up, palms, so we make kind of a thumbs up symbol. Back hand comes to the heart. Gaze is over the front thumb. Breath is steady and strong. Beautiful. Straighten the front leg, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale right here. Exhale, hands to the mat. We'll step back to downward dog. Option to find child's pose or cat and cow, or move through your vinyasa, which is coming to that plank, lifting to cobra, pressing to child's pose, or to downward dog. Good. When we're ready, we'll meet in downward dog and we'll lift the left leg into the air. Exhale, foot between the hands, plant the back heel. Open to warrior 2 on the other side. So I just flipped myself around so you could still see me. Heel to heel alignment. Front knee is bent, front thigh is lifting. Good. Flip the palms. Take a reverse warrior. We're doing it in a little bit different order. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle stretch. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Pause. On the next inhale, we straighten the front knee, reach the arms overhead, zip everything up to midline. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. One more, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Pause in warrior two. Thumbs up. Back hand comes to the heart. Gaze is over the front thumb. Breath is steady. Keep breathing. Inhale, open to warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. And then take our hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Child's pose, cat and cow. Or flow through that vinyasa, releasing to the earth. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling to child's pose or downward dog. Take a moment in downward dog and just move around. Feel your body. Notice how this posture feels to your body. Good. From a downward dog, we'll move to the next sequence. So our right leg lifts into the air again. Option to open the hips, stacking the right on top of the left. Press the foot to the left. Lean back in this. Keep the shoulders as even as possible. Inhale, extend the leg long. Exhale, the foot between the hands. Plant the back heel, and we'll rise up to warrior two. You want to make sure you have a block at the front of your mat. I like to have mine nice and tall. Settling into warrior two here. Heel to heel alignment. Putting some of what we've just done together and going even deeper. Flip the palms. Take a reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. So here we are in the side bend, and we're zipping everything up through midline. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Here's the fun part. Go with the flow. Laugh as we wobble. Back hand comes to the hip. Bend the front knee. Look at that block. As we inhale, or exhale, my bad, we come to our half moon. Just the shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. Inhale, plant the foot open to warrior two, dramatically. Exhale, reverse and straighten the front leg. So this is our flow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, half moon. Maybe we just lean forward to that side angle stretch. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse, straighten the front leg. Doesn't have to be perfect. Inhale, warrior two. Last one. Exhale, half moon. I have a friendly little wall right here I can lean back on. Inhale, warrior two. Gaze is over that front hand. Lift the front thigh. Feel the movement that we just had in our body. Notice what emotions arise. Beautiful. Hands come to the mat. Frame the front foot and we'll step to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Maybe we make a rainbow around our feet. Maybe we grab opposite elbows. Make sure the knees are bent as much as we'd like. And then inhale, half lift again. We're going to prepare for a yogic squat. So our feet come wider than hip distance, heels in, toes out. And as we exhale, let the hips settle down. Hands come to the heart, arms and legs press into each other. Now, this may be a place where you want to stick a block under your hips. Highly recommend. Super delicious, super fun. Maybe you're here and your heels are lifted. Just slide a blanket underneath. Press the palms together. Couple of breaths. Beautiful. Release the hands, straighten the legs. Walk the feet back to hip distance, toes in line with the heels. Maybe we shake it out and move around a little bit. Inhale, half lift. Draw the belly up and in. Exhale, fold deep, hands to the mat, right foot steps back. Stay on those toes. Hands can come to block so the floor is closer to us. Good, sink the hips, lift the heart, take a breath. Feel length from the back heel to the tip top of the head. Good. Plant the palms. The front foot will come up and back into the air, three-legged dog. And as we exhale, we bring the knee forward to the same side wrist. So it's the left wrist. We cross the shin in front of us. We're preparing for pigeon. And then we walk our back leg back. So I shimmy it back. My hips are coming towards the earth. If they don't get there, I just simply tuck a blanket underneath. So I'm fully supported. Check and make sure that back foot is in line with the hip. And then our hips are even. It's really easy to sway off to one side. Lift the heart. We're going to flow here. We're not going to stay for very long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold one more time, just like this. And fold. Good. Inhale, come back up. As graceful as we can make it, which means there may not be any grace, we're going to step back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out. And then bring the knees to the earth, nice and wide. Hips come back towards child's pose. Hands can come alongside our body if we want to give those shoulders a break. Let's take a few breaths. Beautiful. As we're ready, we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Moving to the other side. So let's inhale the left leg into the air. Option to open the hip to the side, bend the knee, press the foot to the right, lean back as we take this hip opener. Inhale, extend the leg long. Exhale, foot between the hands. Plant the back heel open to warrior two on the other side. Heel to heel alignment. Make sure there is that block at the top of your mat. Good. From here, flip the palms. Take a reverse warrior. Straighten that front leg. Go a little deeper into this. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Back hand comes to the hip. Here comes playtime. Exhale into some shape of, our half moon. See, embrace the wobbles. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. straighten the front leg. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, half moon. This is clearly my wobbly side. Inhale, warrior two. One more. 3 is a magic number. Exhale, reverse, straighten the front leg. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, half moon. See, 3 is a magic number. Inhale, warrior two. Pause right here. Find steadiness and stillness. And then exhale, release the hands to the mat. Step to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Draw the belly up and in. Exhale, fold deep. Release the top of the head. Maybe make a rainbow around the feet. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Who knows? Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Hands staying by our hips. Shoulders come up, head stacks at the very end. Take a moment upright, just feeling the body. Noticing how it feels to be upright. Couple of moments. Beautiful. One more time, we're going to find yogic squat. So feet a little bit wider than hip distance, heels in, toes out. As we exhale, we settle down. Hips come towards the earth. So again, maybe there's a block underneath our hips. Maybe there's a blanket under the heels. Palms press. Legs and arms press into each other. And play with this. What happens if we lean back just a little bit? Maybe we fall. We can get back up. Maybe we take our arms open for a moment, just receiving that support from the universe, welcoming that love and connection. One or two more breaths right here. Hands come to the heart and then to the earth. Straighten the legs, walk the feet back in. Shake it out here for a moment. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Stay on the toes. Come to that lunge with our hands on the floor or blocks. Sink the hips. Lift the heart. Scissor the inner thighs together. And again, create a long line from the heel all the way to the top of the head. Draw the belly up and in as if we want to lift it off of that front thigh. Maybe we can. Good. Take the hands to the earth. Front foot comes up and back. Three-legged dog. And then as we exhale, we bring it forward, knee to the right wrist. Shin rests down on the earth. And we come back into that pigeon pose. So again, make sure that the hips are even. Tuck a blanket or a block under the hips. And if this really just isn't good for your body, swing that back leg around and come to a seated figure four. No matter where we end up, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. One more, just like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, rise up. And however we need to get there, make our way back to downward dog. Take a minute, shake it out, and then bring the knees to the earth. Hips come back. Find that beautiful child's pose. Hands come beside us. And let everything rest down for just a moment. Soften the body. Soften the breath. Notice what is in your realm of awareness. This would be a beautiful place to take a couple of exhales through the mouth. Releasing any of that heat, any of those emotions that are ready to just come out. Let it go. When we're ready, we'll come up to seated. Taking our legs out in front of us, finding an easy seated pose with our legs straight. So maybe we sit on a blanket. Maybe we have something under our knees. We'll tuck our right foot in first, letting that knee come out. And again, maybe we take a block or something underneath that knee. Finding that figure 4. So make sure that the left foot is directly in line with the hip. Sometimes it splays wide. We want it nice and tucked in. The first thing we do is just plug that leg in, pull it into the hip, draw the belly up and in. And as we exhale, we'll twist to the left. So over that long leg, we stay upright, but we twist to that side. Make sure the foot is flexed. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale back to center. So now we're going to kind of come into a funky wild thing. I'll turn myself to the side so you can see what we're talking about. So we'll go the opposite direction. So my right hand is going to reach back, and pressing through my left foot, my left hip, I'm going to lift coming to my knee, and that left arm reaches overhead. Heart can open to the sky. So that's going to be where we are. Let's give that a try. Weight is on my hand, my right knee, and really pressing with my left heel. Good, and then sit back down, coming back to that figure 4. So we're going to put these two together in a flow. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, sweep all the way around. Lift the hips into that wild thing. Exhale, sit down, twist to the left. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, sit and twist. Gently unwind. Take both legs straight. Shake them out. Take a moment. Just sit and notice. Lovely. And now we get to try the other side. So now the left foot tucks in and that knee opens to the side. Support it however we need to. Make sure that right foot is in line with our hip. Plug it in. Inhale, sit nice and tall. And as we exhale, we twist to the right. Just take a few breaths right here. Inhale back to center, and now we get to go the other way. So the left hand comes back, I put my weight on my left knee as my right arm lifts and my hips lift. Take that little bit of that back bend. Good. Exhale, sit down, and we twist to our right. And now we start to flow. Inhale, sweep around, lift the hips as our right arm lifts. Exhale, sitting down, twisting to the right. Keep going. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. Beautiful. Last lift of the hips. And then we sit back down, straighten both legs. I walked myself forward on my mat. Shake it out as we need to. And just take a moment, palms rest face up. Feel the body. Feel the breath. Notice how our breath is moving. Notice what thoughts are on our mind. And then let's make our way onto our backs. So lying all the way down, knees bent. Take a moment here, just resting flat. Arms can come out to the side. Let the lower back soften. Let the neck lengthen. Let the hips and the shoulders be nice and heavy. Just let the body acclimate to this position. And then we just start to rock the knees from side to side. If the head wants to get involved, we look in the opposite direction of the knees as we twist. And I personally like to lift my head and turn it so that my head stays in line with the rest of my spine instead of leaning one way or the other. One or two more right here. And then when we're ready, we'll come back to center. And we'll sit up only enough so that we can grab our props. So if you have a bolster, now would be the time to take hold of it. If you have a blanket, maybe you just roll it up and put it long on your mat. That's going to be what I do. You can use blocks or pillows for this. However you want. That's gonna be what we do with our legs. Or I really like for tonight a second blanket that I unravel all the way. And then I roll up. So it's nice and long. It's still folded in half, but I'm gonna roll it up this way. From here, I'm gonna sit back down on my mat. So the blanket, I don't know if you can see it because everything is dark and purple here. My blanket is long ways from my spine. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together. I'll do it so you can see me. I'm going to wrap the blanket on top of my ankles and then around underneath my hips and into my lap. So it's like I'm wrapping myself up in a little nest, and I have the ability to control the support of the blanket with my hands. So once we get there, we're going to lie back on that support, that bolster or that blanket. I like to kind of shimmy my feet in a little bit more and just wrap my legs up and open my heart. Hands can stay on the hips or they can open to the side. Maybe they even wrap around the head. You find a place that feels good to your body. We're going to be here for a few minutes. And if for some reason this doesn't feel good, find another place that feels good. Maybe the knees come together instead of open. Maybe we have more supports under the legs. Maybe our back is flat with a blanket under the head. Take some time and settle in to this position. We want this to be nourishing and supportive. We want this to feel like a cozy little nest that we can just melt into. Tap into your heart space. Let those emotions flow, express, feel, release. Let this be the beginning of our journey forward. This place of support, this place of comfort and nourishment, that feeling of cozy safety. Let this be the place our journey begins. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Let the breath release. And we'll be here for a few minutes. If at any point you feel like you need to shift or move out of this position, please do. Do not wait for me. This is all about feeling good in our body. And step into that role of observer. Notice what we feel. Notice what we are aware of. Be still and rest. You have the option to remain exactly where you are. If you are ready to transition to Shavasana, a traditional Shavasana, now would be the time. Taking our time, gently bringing those knees together, rolling to the side, removing any props underneath us. And then make our way back to Shavasana. I encourage you to put that bolster or blankets underneath your knees. Maybe support the head somehow. And then no matter where you are, return to that place of rest. Return to stillness. If you want to call in a mantra, please do. If you have a sankalpa that you are working with, now is the time to name that, to call it forth, to say it to yourself, to feel it. Or maybe you call in a mantra like, I am supported and protected by the universe. I am supported and protected by the universe. I am supported and protected by the universe. Another beautiful mantra for this moon is, my path is clear. I release all obstacles. My path is clear. I release and remove all obstacles. My path is clear. I release and remove all obstacles. Take a few more moments in stillness and just release. Begin to deepen the breath, bringing your awareness back to your body. Notice the work we've done, the subtle and not so subtle changes that have occurred. Call in that sense of gratitude, of new beginnings, and of release. We've washed the slate clean. We've expressed and felt and released. And now our journey begins. As you are ready, gently put movement into your body, starting very small, fingers and toes. Really taking our time here. Enjoying these moments of stillness that remain. And really anchoring that mantra or a sankalpa into our heart space in order that it can guide us into the future. Gradually add more movement in, slow and steady. Feeling the body, noticing our thoughts, being aware. And as we're ready, we have the option to take a full body stretch. And then roll to our side, resting there for just a moment. And gently help ourselves to a comfortable seated position. Eyes remain closed, focus stays inwards. Palms press together at our heart. Lift our heart to meet our hands. Take a breath in and out. We are supported and protected by the universe. Our path is clear and all obstacles are removed. Happy full moon, happy manifesting. Sat Nam, namaste. Thank you, friends. Happy full moon. I will see you again very, very soon.